Michael's VF Club Sport wagon. So this has got the LS3 engine in it. We just recently put a Harrop 2650 Supercharger on it. If you've been following our socials, and it already previously had a camshaft in it. And keen eyes will notice the red covers. This is just a bit of a test to see how they would look. Need a little bit more work with the logo to make it stand out, but they suit the car pretty well. We've just got to make some slight revisions to it. But we just, Michael brought the car back to us because he wanted the car to sound a little bit more rowdier. The camshaft that was in it was probably just a little bit sedate. And we did this camshaft probably 10 plus years ago, and I honestly can't remember what was in it. But it was a smaller camshaft. And look, it sounded okay, but he wanted a bit more rowdiness. So we chose to go with the Brian Tooley Racing Red Hot camshaft. Absolutely awesome camshaft, aspirated form, but is better suited with a blower. It's right at home with a blower. It's super, super efficient, especially in this combination where it's a stock converter. And you don't want to put a converter in it. It works really well. Really good as a manual cam too, but good with a stock converter. And the tuning of these camshafts, you can just keep throwing ignition numbers. You chase the torque curve with these things, and you can run very similar numbers to what you would traditionally run ignition-wise from E85 fuel on 98. And this car's obviously 98. So it goes to show, you know when you got a good camshaft, when you can just keep feeding the timing numbers back into it. So really nice cam once you learn how to tune it, or with all the Brian Tooley stuff. Once you get those numbers and work them out, they're really, really good camshafts. They work well, and I really like the Red Hot cam. But the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to show you what happened to the boost curve going from the smaller cam to the more blower friendlier cam. And some people will probably argue that it's pretty expected to see, but it's just good to show you the difference. So, but let's have a look at the graphs and we'll run through it all. So that is the overall. So the starting point was 487 kilowatts, 761 Newton meters with the smaller camshaft, and 540 kilowatts, 789 with the slightly bigger camshaft. And you can see we've got it scaled in RPM. You can pretty much see that the Red Hot cam is pretty much from 2800 revs once we get going. It's pretty much the same to 3600, but you can see it start to pull away and absolutely chomps it in the top end. And you can see the revs, it's 7400 odd RPM in the top end there. It's what the sings. So it really comes to life in the top, but it starts pulling away from as low as 4000 revs. And you can see your torque curve. We increase our torque in the middle, and then it obviously increased substantially in the top end as well. So overall, the camshaft's better in every aspect when you look at the power graph, but the best part about it is, look at the boost. So the blue line is the boost curve now, the red line is before. So let's look at it at 4200 revs. We had 11.2 pound of boost at 4200, and we've now got 10.4, you know what I mean? So that's a substantial change in boost when you consider that we've increased more power. So, traditionally people would say put more boost in to make more power, but this camshaft allows you to make more power. It's more efficient, hence the reason why it's eating up all of that boost. Boost is pretty much a measurement of restriction. It's not a measurement of how much power you can make, it's a measurement of restriction. So the more power you can make with lower boost, that's a true testament to how efficient the engine is functioning. And in this case, you can see with no other changes, no pulley changes, no nothing, we've managed to take that 1 PSI of restriction out of the system, and the engine is now pushing that through the exhaust system and burning it up. So we don't have any of that back pressure, we're not bottlenecking up and so on. We are seeing a little bit of bottlenecking in the top end of the rev range, but that would probably more so just be the cylinder head. So, but in a straight up cam only operation, really, really nice camshaft. If you've got a blower, any of the 6 litre or 6.2 and you've got a blower and we want to put a really nice blower friendly cam, not interested in putting a converter in it, then the Brian Tooley Racing's Red Hot camshaft really is the cam for you. You can look that up on our website, we've got them available. I'll try and put the cam card in this video if I can somehow find it to get it in there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, there's no sound clip on this video. I just really wanted to show you the benefits of the right camshaft, what effect it has on your boost curve and all that sort of stuff. And in this video, that's solely what I was concentrating on. So plenty of other sound clips on our YouTube channel if you want to go and check all them out. But yeah, awesome. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. If you're looking for a BTR camshaft, you know where to go. www.independentmotorsports.com.au. All in stock, ready to go. Catch you later. Bye.